Welcome back to Ed 165, Learning Environments. I'm excited about this new semester. I think we've gotten off to a great start, and I'm excited that we can continue our conversation. We've been covering what our conception of Christian education is, and we started off with a key concept that talks about how we view the task of teaching and how that determines our practice. And we left off last time with another key concept about our pedagogy and how we need to be very conscious about how we teach, but we can't separate that from our philosophical underpinnings or the theory that supports our practice, which guides us to reflection. We always need to be asking ourselves, why do I do what I do when I enter the classroom? It's just a really key question that will help us move forward and not just rely on the way it's always been done, but just always be asking, what's the purpose of this learning activity? The next key concept might be a bit shocking to some of you, but believe it or not all Christian teachers are teaching Christianly. So we really need to consider, what is Christian teaching? What do you think it is? And as you read our next assignment in Van Dyke in the Craft of Christian Teaching, Van Dyke will help us understand more clearly what Christian teaching is, first off by showing us what it is not. And I'm thinking this might shake some of us a little bit, or maybe help us to reform our understanding of what Christian teaching is, and that would be a good thing. So we'll move on from here. Some of the things Van Dyke's going to show us is that the embodiment of Christian teaching is not merely tacking on devotions and other types of Christian activity. It's not just modeling character qualities. We'll talk about the problems behind that. It's not just inserting a service project or a mission trip into our school year. That doesn't, as a whole, make the school Christian or the education Christian. Doesn't mean we're going to merely impose a Christian perspective. There's so much more to it than that. It's also not the process of imprinting truth, like the teacher has all the knowledge that we have to pour into our students as though they are empty heads. And it doesn't boil down to just having discipline and rigor in our education. Just because our students behave well doesn't mean we've taught them Christianly. And finally, it's not a WWJD mentality. We can't just say we're going to teach exactly like Jesus did more than 2,000 years ago. Again, that's just simplistic, and there's much more to Christian teaching than that. So we've got a lot to think about. Also, I'm just going to give you a challenge. I want you to find this quote on campus somewhere before we meet again. I'll give you a hint. This quote is fairly large in size, and it's prominently placed on our campus. You might say it's central to who we are at Dordt College and what we're trying to ground all of what we're teaching on. This is a foundational truth about learning. So consider that and look for it and see if you can tell me where it is on campus the next time we meet and what it means as far as what we're doing here at Dordt. So look forward to our discussion, and we'll see you soon.